Hello, I'm David Quo, and with me today is Elissa Bayer, asset manager at Williams de Broë, who's going to be telling us about three of her favorite stocks. I've got them written down here, but I'll let Elissa take us away with the very first one that begins with the letter A.
My first stock is Apple, which I'm really pleased about because obviously when Steve Jobs died, one wasn't quite sure where Apple was going to go, and also would the company be able to sustain their new products. I think they have done that. I think they've got a very able management team, and I think they're all pulling together. But what is wonderful is their marketing, and if you go into an Apple store, it doesn't look like anything else. So provided they can keep producing new products, I think they're still a very good company. They now have a dividend as well, but that's not really why you'd go into Apple. I think it's because of its growth prospects and new products.
But does it not worry you, Elissa, the fact that it's paying a dividend? I mean, it's very uncommon for a high-tech growth stock to pay a dividend.
I think there was so much cash, and I think in a way the dividend, if you like, is a slight sideline or a sop to shareholders. But I don't think it's a bad thing, and I think it puts the company into a different status, which I think is fair enough. Maybe you won't see the phenomenal growth you've seen, but I still think it's a great growth story.
It's a nice problem to have, isn't it? It's too much cash.
Too much cash, yes.
Okay, now let's have a look at your second.
Not like Facebook cash, though.
Why don't you like Facebook?
Because I just think you're paying for people to talk, and I think it's a very odd concept, and I think it's done great for the founders and for all the people who are employed in it, but I can't see that talking is going to get money in the future. Apple actually has products.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Facebook either. Right, let's go on to your second stock, which is...
British American Tobacco.
Begins with the letter B.
Yeah, I think, you have the dilemma and whether it's a bad thing and tobacco products, but the fact is the two tobacco shares, Imperial Group, BAT, just continue to throw off cash, continue to give a good yield, and I think that whatever happens, the company will continue to grow.
Why is that?
Well, you're always going to find people who are going to smoke, despite the price, which I can't believe in this country for a packet of cigarettes. People are going to continue to smoke, but they're going to continue to increase their dividends. So I think you're going to make returns from that sort of company. Drink companies, I think, are in the same category. They just throw off cash.
So which drink companies are you referring to here?
Well, probably Diageo, SAB Miller. I mean, SAB Miller has been a fantastic investment. And again, yield is less high, possibly, but it's still a consistent dividend and a fantastic growth story. And they're always looking at those brands. If you've got good brands, those are the things that you can grow.
I'm beginning to build a picture of you here, Elissa. You like smoking, you like drinking, you carry an Apple product around with you. What is your third?
No, I'm all terrible. No, I don't. I'm the only member of my family that doesn't have an Apple product, but I just love the concept.
Okay, so what is your third favourite stock then?
Well, our third one I did put down was Glaxo, that we have discussed. I think it's a really difficult company. What I'd like to see is that it would grow like it did in the 80s, and that I think would be good. But I think the dividend story is good, and I think in current markets where you can't get yield, you are going to have to look at high-yielding stocks, and I think Glaxo, from that point of view, has been pretty consistent. What I'd like to see is that the share price would move a little more.
Okay, so you don't carry an Apple iPhone, but you like drink, drugs, and also
Sounds
tobacco.
marvellous. I'm not going to talk about anything else, but those are the things I do like, and that's where I think you can make money.
Okay, so we're going to wrap up now. Thank you so much for bringing us these three stocks. They are Apple, that's ticker code AAPL. They're on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange, AAPL. We also have British American Tobacco, BATS, and also GlaxoSmithKline, GSK, on the London Stock Exchange. Thank you so much, Elissa.
Thank you.